Good day, friends. I hope you're doing really well. And if you have caught up with me thus far in this week around our word study, and we are going deep around some nuanced concepts of how we feed ourselves. So on Monday, you may have seen our talk around providing. What does providing mean with your food? What does providing do to your relationship with yourself and food? And so today's word study is going to be around trustworthy. How trustworthy are you with how you feed yourself? And these are really big deals. These words matter, and it's not so much about what other people think it means. It's about what you know down deep in your bones. How trustworthy are you to provide for yourself, just like we talked about in Monday's video. So trustworthiness with your food, it's one of those things that, okay, so you might be asking, what are you even talking about? It's a long, long time ago when all this started for you. It may have been difficult to feel like your needs would get met. And a lot of times they didn't. So if you reached for a food you wanted, maybe your hand was slapped away. And this is all being very metaphorical here. So maybe you wanted something and there was some kind of food rule floating around in your head from your environment. And you weren't allowed. You reached for it, but it wasn't there. So you reached for the food you wanted, and it wasn't there because of food insecurity. It wasn't there because of diet culture in your own home, or maybe your adult home that you are in yourself. Maybe you reached for food, and you were just told you can't have what you want, that your needs are too much. You can't need that much food. Didn't you already eat earlier? Didn't you just eat dinner? Those kind of things. And so a lot of times what happens is with our struggles and barriers to reaching for enough food. And when I say enough means like I got my needs met, basically. And when we are under or overreaching for food, we don't have a sense of trustworthiness because of our early beginnings of adequate food and what we needed to eat and what we wanted to eat didn't feel allowed for whatever reason. And so as adults, we are called to do the thing that's super, super duper hard to do when we've had any kind of disordered eating history, chronic dieting, binge eating, whatever, is to learn how to be trustworthy. Because every single time you're trustworthy, you don't have to be perfect every single day, but every day and a string of days and a string of months and a string of years that you're trustworthy for just being willing to learn. So let's say you don't know exactly what you want every meal. Not a big deal. Can you be trustworthy enough to try anyway, instead of just letting the need collapse on the floor with your food? So this week, even this one day, I'm going to encourage you with this word trustworthy. How are you being trustworthy today with your intake? And so what might trustworthy look like? It might look like, I'm really, really busy today. And I got a lot of stuff going on, but I want to build trust. I want my body to trust me that even if I'm busy, I'm going to take care of it. Trustworthy would be like, I'm really feeling kind of down or kind of feeling bored or feeling kind of antsy. And I'm going to use my sensory or somatic tools or my journaling to settle myself enough to then be trustworthy to still get my needs met even when I feel bad. Because I was thinking the other day, like, I keep reflecting, on all the people that I've ever worked with who have fully recovered and what were some of those linchpins for them. And a lot of it's like again, we're going to do some more word study about dedication and other kind of things later this week. But one of them was trustworthy. They were like, okay, I know that this means a sacrifice in other times in my life that or things I had to kind of give up or back down on to make sure that I can teach my body that I won't abandon it again with food, that I won't under or overeat because I feel bad and I'm not using my tools, let's say, for example. And this is not a judgment. There's no perfection necessary to fully recover. It's just that when you know that there's something that's helpful and you don't do it, You're not proving you're trustworthy, and that recapitulates the neglect that maybe you've experienced in the past. And we just don't want to do that anymore. And that's the difference. So if you have trustworthy people, let them help you. If there are trustworthy resources that you go to, let it be there for you. If there are trustworthy tools, let it be there to help you become trustworthy with your food. So I hope this nuanced little teaching was helpful to you. If it was, please pass it along to people that need their hearts filled today. I really appreciate it. And I appreciate you all for watching live and on the replay. Please let me know what got stirred up in you around this and how you could see yourself providing more trust to your body so that it knows that you've got its back. All right, I'll talk to you next video. Bye for now.